Hi guys, I know I wasn't going to do an update till the end of the week, but I thought I would anyhow because I thought it was quite good to stay in touch and let you know how I'm getting on. So today is cycle day 7. I finished Aunt Flo a day ago. Had my usual regular sort of 4-day bleeding, 5-day spotting. Yesterday was a little bit spotty, so I still counted that as I wouldn't baby dance, just for cleanliness really. I'm not one of those that, I like to be all done and dusted. So baby dancing is definitely on the cards. So my husband and I, this time round, we've gone through it. We've sort of, as you all know who's been following my journey, we're gender swaying pink. So it did mean sort of doing the Shettles method, position wise, timing wise, on the calcium and magnesium diet. We've been following the new moon, the Chinese gender calendar, everything that's possible. If you haven't heard my story and my journey and what I did last time in 2016 and was successful, go back on my videos and have a look, because that's what we're trying to do this time. But as you guys know, we started trying in September for the baby. It didn't work. We also tried in November. We missed October. I fell in December and sadly miscarried late January. So February was sort of, we were waiting for the period. I did try unprotected to have a baby, but it didn't work. Just trying to work out when I ovulated. It was quite tricky, as you remember. So yeah, I didn't fall in February, which wasn't surprising, but when I had my period, we tried last cycle. So yeah, I was bang on time coming on Aunt Flo, started sort of 6 o'clock in the evening on the 28th day of my cycle, and it progressively got worse, as in a period. So yeah, everything was spot on, but by that I've taken the positive, as you know. I've had a period, which is great. My periods again are getting regular now that I've finished breastfeeding and sort of not as stressed. And I did fall in December pregnant, so I do know my husband's seed's working, my body's working, how it all should be. So everything is on the cards for a healthy pregnancy, and like you lot commented, you are right, I should just chill out, let nature take its course. If it happens in 2019, it does, and not to set my targets and goals too high, chill out a bit more. I do understand that, but for me, I am desperate at the moment. I don't like feeling like this. But I am desperate. I don't want it to take over my life, but I'm really ready. I'm so ready to embrace a pregnancy. It is unbelievable. So yeah, cycle day 7. But I went back on all my notes, you see, and although I was all set to have the baby this cycle, sort of fall pregnant, I think what did it for me is, although Shettles' theory is, stop doing it before 2 days before ovulation at least. They recommend 3 days. I think what did it for us is on the 13th day of instead of having intercourse, so I ovulated, I think, late on the 14th day, possibly on the 15th, because I felt my ovulation pain very mild on day 13. I did an OPK, which was fairly dark getting there. Ran out of OPK sticks, which was a bit annoying. And I didn't test on the day 14, but I predicted that my OPK was really this candy pink on day 15, I think it was. So I think I ovulated late on the 14th, maybe possibly just on the brink of the 15th day. What did it for us is we did it on the 13th, but as you remember, we did morning. I couldn't lie there for longer than 15-20 minutes because it was a school run, it was busy, and also we did the very shallow, and my husband took that to a bit extreme because he was sort of ready to get up and get the kids their biscuit and milk and sort of get all going. It was really slapdash quick, whereas you can take a little bit more time when you've got a bit more relaxation in the evening. So I think that's done it for us. I think if we'd have done it on the 12th night, and I laid there for a long time and it was a little bit more concentration involved, I reckon it would have happened. And I reckon, without TMI, I'm so sorry, but as I say time and time again, it's a TTC channel, so you are going to get this conversation about mucus, about sexual positions, everything, if you want gender sway as well. So I think we took shallow to a little bit extreme, to the point of hardly I don't want to be too graphic, but I think there's being shallow where you don't go too deep, and then there's being practically almost not going in because you're being so damn careful, and I think that's the box we ticked on the 13th. So what we've got to remember is, even with the shetels, that little swimmer has got a flipping long journey to do. It's got to go all down the fallopian tubes ready to meet the egg, and it needs mucus to get there. That's what helps the swimmer go. And that's why they say when you're fertile, you've got that lovely egg white cream, you know, you've got the stretchy CM that helps the swimmers survive and helps them swim the long journey. And as you imagine, even though you get like something like anything from 300 million to 600 million sperm in one go, it does only take one swimmer, it does only take one egg, but that little egg only lasts 24 hours, and that little swimmer can last 5 days, sometimes in miraculous circumstances 7, but it's got a long journey. It's got to go not just in the vagina, it has to go all through, it's got to go up all along the fallopian tubes, right along to get to the uterus. It's a long journey for the swimmer, and that's why they do say if you can lay there with your legs up in the air or just lie there for a little while, it does help nature take its course. Obviously, if you've got completely healthy cervical mucus that's fertile and it's bang on ovulation, you don't have to worry about that so much, because that's what helps it get along. But when you're doing it like 2 days before or a day before, it needs a little bit of helping hand. So I reckon, without boring you lot, if you are doing the girl sway, you have to prepare yourself for these knockdowns, because we tried, as I say, September and failed, and we tried November and failed. And again, we are really careful on the shallow. We were obviously just very lucky in 2016, because like I said, I did it on day 11 of my cycle, didn't ovulate till day 14. So them seeds did survive in me for 3 days. That is fact, absolute fact. But yeah, it's just, sorry, I just had a text through from my little boy. I'll have to text him back in a minute. So yeah, I don't think it helped this day 13. Last time I must have just been with a lot of mucus, I reckon. And yeah, I just think the cervical fluid was really right at the time. And I think my husband went shallow, but didn't go too shallow. This time, I think he was practically, it wasn't happening. So that's my little theory of why I didn't get pregnant, because everything was working and we were all in time. But my husband was like, oh, you're blaming me. I said, I'm not blaming you. I just think next time we can do the position and we can do shallow, but we are going to tick the boxes this time. We are going to do day 12, day 13, day 14 and day 15. And I know that's bang on ovulation, but I'm not taking any chances this time. So I know I'm going to ovulate probably day 14, 15. So I reckon if we do maybe day 11, day 13, 14, 15, probably do a couple to get used to it, sort of tonight and in a couple of days time. But I want to tick the boxes this time. I don't just want to do 11, 13 and 15. I want to get the actual date, because if we are doing the shallow position, I do want it to work. So like I said last time, we're not doing the ovulation, but we are doing the shetels position. We are doing the calcium and magnesium diet. Now at the moment we're in full moon to new moon phase, so I've had my Himalayan salt lamps burning, been wearing my rose quartz on my ankle constantly. Rose quartz is for well-being, fertility, romance and all calmness. Burning my lavender to keep me all chilled. I did on Saturday have a little glass of wine, and I've not drunk since probably January. Definitely didn't drink all through when I was pregnant, and I didn't feel like drinking during my miscarriage. I might have had a very, very tiny drink in January, but I actually had a glass of wine Saturday night and I really enjoyed it. It was only tiny, but I really took my time and really enjoyed it. So I have had one little cheeky drink, but that's nothing. And what was really funny is, obviously, as you know, on the girl diet, you can't have potassium in abundance. You can have it in your vitamin tablet, but don't have it in like the way of tomatoes, bananas. They're really high in potassium. That's what you abstain from. You abstain from sodium, processed foods, red meats, all things like that. Is not good when you're trying for a girl. And also, yeah, there's olives, because they're very salty, and I love olives, tomatoes. I love Italian like salads. And I remember in July when I really wanted a baby, and Aaron was like, no, I haven't decided yet. No, we're not trying in July because I'm not there yet. I've got to think about it. And I went to my friend Vince's. Do you remember? I think I said it. And he grows raspberries and tomatoes. And he said, I'm doing balsamic vinegar dip. And I was thinking, oh no, can't have that on a girl diet. French bread. Oh no, can't have white bread. You're going to have bread very little and often, and brown if better, and homegrown fine tomatoes. And I'm like, oh no, they're absolutely amazing. I love things like that, but I'm really not meant to have it on a girl diet. But I did cheekily have it. It didn't matter anyway because I wasn't productively trying for a baby, let alone a girl. But it's funny, today I just thought, do you know what? I'm day 7 of my cycle. I'm not fertile at the moment. I know that because I've done an OPK. Just about to read that OPK actually. Yeah, nothing on there, which is how it should be. I'm day 7, so I was just doing that because I was having a pee and it was the afternoon. I thought I'd try it. So day 7, I thought I'm not fertile. And do you know what? I've not had a tomato since July. I've not had a banana since July. Don't miss bananas at all, even though I used to have a banana most days. Don't miss those at all. But I've really missed olives and tomatoes because I absolutely love them. And I did think, do you know what? I am doing the calcium and magnesium diet, 100%. I have yogurt every day, berries every day, having the seeds. I love avocado, but I've completely and utterly gone off that, completely and utterly. So I get my oil from, I'm having fish at least once a week. I'm having, obviously, seeds, pumpkin seeds I'm back onto and things like that. So lots of seeds, lots of dairy, lots of green foliage. I love my tangerines and zatzumas at the moment. Especially I've got a cold and I've been drinking tons of ginger and lemon in water, and that's really good for detoxing, but also it's super good when you've got a sore throat, and it's great for fertility ginger. So if you guys are struggling, fresh root ginger just peeled and chopped coarsely with boiling water on the top, squirt of honey makes it a little bit more friendly to the taste buds. But yeah, I've been drinking a lot of that, so I'm back on the diet. But I just fancied doing this amazing dish that I did so much a couple of years ago and we used to all love it, and it's slow cooked chicken. And as I said to you, baby girl diet, fish and chicken is fine in moderation. Vegetarian and vegan diet's very good because it's eating frugal, little and often, and a slightly lower calorie based diet. So I'm not a massive meat eater, but once a month I don't mind chicken, and once a week I try and have fish. But other than that, I like corn, and I like vegetarian dishes. So yeah, today I've gone and bought 3 lovely like chicken portions and cut them up, put them with onions and mushrooms, which are very baby girl friendly. Onions and mushrooms and leeks are hugely friendly on the baby girl diet, but you don't actually need this for this recipe. But I thought, well, I'll put that in because chicken, onion and mushroom, all good on the baby girl diet. So you sort of pan fry that just for about 2 minutes and then put it in just to sort of seal it off, and then put it in a big cooking pot, and it's 2 tins of tomatoes, chopped tomatoes, loads of tomato puree, a massive dollop of cranberry sauce, like a condiment that you have with meat usually. So the cranberries are totally girl friendly, but the tomatoes are a no-no. And the other ingredients are rosemary. Don't know whether that's baby girl friendly, but I love it. Garlic, completely baby girl friendly. Ginger, great for fertility, that goes in. And a tin of olives. Now I've rinsed the olives so that they're not super salty, but I did try one and I was like, oh, I haven't had an olive in about, I think the last time I had it was at a garden party thing that we did at the bottom of the garden with friends, and in July, and I loved my olives, totally used to buy them all the time, and I tasted one and thought, they are so salty. I can't believe I used to have like a little ramekin full of those with a glass of wine and think, oh my goodness. Anyway, this is what it is. It's like a slow cooked tomatoey chicken, rosemary, garlic dish, and you serve it just with rice, but I'll probably have it just with some salad. But I did actually think, do you know what, I'm not going to have the olives. I'm not going to have the olives. I'm going to hook them out of mine because it might undo all the diet that I've been on since August. And if I am going to conceive in like 5 or 6 days time, it might not be too good. It might sway the boy, mightn't it, all the sodium. But it just made me laugh that today I was thinking, do you know what? I've had a glass of wine Saturday, really enjoyed it. And I'm going to cook this dish, which I know my 2 of my 5 children love it. And my husband loves it. And it's just in the oven now, just cooking away. And it smells lovely, but I'm just thinking what a mistake that probably is, because I've not had any of those foods since July because I've been really good. Anyway, yeah, so we're on a full moon to new moon phase now, but the good news is we get to a new moon on Friday the 5th of April, which hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm hoping I would have conceived by then, because my most fertile time, my fertile window is day 11, which is the 30th of March, right through to Tuesday, which will be day 14. Might even go on to 15, because my fertile window on this little app thing, I haven't got an app, but I've put in like it's a period site, like Always, and you put in your last period and it gives you your fertile time, and it says day 11, which I always think that is a fertile day. I like to tick that one when we're baby dancing. So the 30th of March right through to the 3rd of April, I want to be sort of on it baby dancing, and that's from day 11 to day 15. I'd do all of them if I could, but at least I definitely want to do day 12, 13 and 14, even if I leave out 11 and 15. That's the plan. So yeah, it's new moon 5th of April. Until then, I've just got to burn the Himalayan salt lamps to level out the irons. And it's baby girl now on the gender calendar that I use right up until May. And I think it's right up until the 5th of May. It's quite a long time. So that is, yeah, right up until the 4th of May is girl. So girl on the gender calendar. The new moon is going to happen any day soon. And the diet, apart from those little falls that I've had, like making my tomato, which is a no-no, and olive hot pot thing that's downstairs. Now I'm thinking about it and talking about it, I don't want to blooming eat it. Anyway, so yeah, everything's great. I'm just sort of getting over a little bit of a cold, enjoying the sunshine, because although it's pretty cold outside, it's really nice sunshine. I've got all my pregnancy tests ready. I've got a pack of ovulation sticks. I'm not going to go mad on the digital ovulation sticks. I would obviously if I don't fall this cycle, because I will think something's terribly wrong then. But I'm all set to go, and I'm really excited, and I'm just so excited. I think that's more a nicer word than desperate. Thank you for all loving my videos. Thank you for joining the family, the YouTube family. If you haven't already, please subscribe. And if I filmed the other way round, it's just because I prefer looking at the lens like this, because I always film on my little phone. But yeah, I love all your comments. Thank you for your kind baby dust blown my way, and it's back to you. I love all your stories. Good luck to all you TTCers. You're never too old. Remember, it only takes two healthy humans, one seed, one egg, and a lot of love in your heart to make a baby. Do not feel downbeat if you're 40, 41. I've got a lady who's 47 watching that's trying for a baby. If you in your heart want to go for it, go for it, and enjoy TTCing. It's only a snippet of our life, but I know it takes over and it can be really time consuming, but it is worth it in the end, and I really do see myself having a baby very soon. So love to you all. Please like the video and ask any questions if you like. See you later. Have a lovely day. Oh, and by the way, I was meant to have my tarot card reading on Thursday, but because of the cold, I'm seeing if she can change the date for the following week, because I don't really want to pass it on to her, and it is an hour reading in a little caravan, and I don't want her to get any germs because she's not been very well. So if I can swap it, we're going to swap it. If not, I will have a reading on Thursday. But yeah, all positive, and I will let you know how that goes. Thank you guys. I'll see you later. Bye. I've just stirred my lovely dinner and it smells so delicious. I'm going to put a little photo in here, and honestly, served with a green salad and a little bit of rice, it's so good. So the smell has got me. So yeah, I'm going to have a little bit tonight. So bang goes the little bit. Hopefully that'll be out my system by the time I fall. See you later.